seen it all. But you haven't seen this. It is the next great adventure. A sporting event for this generation. It is the launch of the Human Baton, where every second counts. 30 teams will compete for 2 days to get their Human Baton across 500 square miles of racecourse. It is the ultimate super sport relay race where the Human Baton, a live person, is passed along the race route, from the air to land and sea. This is a James Bond-style relay race across a continent, with over 200 vehicles, sponsors, raging fans, and drama. So join us, come along for the ride, because every second counts.
I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law.
You ready? Hell yeah. Yeehaw!
Hi guys, and welcome to Drift Wars Spring Break, powered by Human Baton. Today we're doing a new event for Drift Wars. We've got a lot of pro drivers out there from BDC, from FD, all across the world, coming down and actually playing along on a Assetto Corsa. And this has all been live streamed to you either on Facebook or on on YouTube. I'm also accompanied by Rob from Everything Drift.
Hi guys, how you doing?
And Robbie, he does everything for Everything Drift at that side. So if you know who I am, my name is Nezzy from Drift Wars itself, the founder and owner of Drift Wars. Today, obviously, you can see on track, you've got the guys going around the track, drifting away. We're going to be playing some drift games, having some giveaways, and also talking to the human Baton later on. And you guys get to speak and ask questions if you've got any questions about what we do later on. And obviously, I think there's a big question everyone asking is Drift Wars bringing back competition times and a championship season, and I'm looking forward to answering those questions for you.
Yeah, it should be a good fun evening. I think everybody needs it at the minute. We're all stuck indoors. It's a nice change,
Yeah.
nice break from daily life. You know, certainly the drivers out there at the minute. We've got a good mix of BDC Drift Cup drivers out there currently. Hopefully, a few more to join us as the stream goes on. They're all certainly enjoying themselves while they can't be out there in their actual cars. It's a bit cheaper for them right now.
Oh yeah, I would.
Real tyres.
Yeah, no, it's cheaper, safer, and with this whole social isolation, we've got to be obviously away from each other. This gives them the opportunity to get right on their door again and within proximity. It's there. So it's definitely a different, how the world's going right now. It's definitely a great asset to have, is to be able to carry on driving for the competitors, be able to compete with each other in a game, at the comfort of your own home. So. It doesn't stop people from carrying on doing their passion, what they love to do.
It's certainly cheaper there when you see a crash.
Yeah. No one's moaning about the contact, are they? So that's always good. But no, the guys right now, they're just putting down some beginning runs, just practicing warming up, getting their tyres warmed up, and they're absolutely killing it so far. Everyone's looking professional. It's good to see pro drivers come from from real life into the gaming world and just pick it up so naturally and just run it. These guys are killing it for people. I know there's some of these drivers here are brand new to the game. They've only had it for a few weeks and they're crushing it already because it's so natural to them.
Yeah, we've got people like Callum Craddy who has been around BDC longer than I have. For me, that's 7 years this year would be for my season, but he's now more in the Assetto Corsa kind of virtual space than he is in the real driving currently. I think more down to cost, as much as he'd like to be back. And then we've got right the way down to sort of Kev Bennett, who could compete in BDC. He has the option to. He's currently building a new car. We'll hear a bit more from him later, but has picked up a Assetto Corsa in the last, I think, just under 2 weeks. So it shows he can pick up the game and get into this reasonably cheap and build up your skill level to a decent enough level to have fun with these guys really, really quickly.
Yeah, no, definitely. There's been times where I've asked a lot of pro drivers in either the FD or BDC world, and they say a massive thing for Assetto Corsa itself is how similar it is to real life. There's only a few factors that are missing, if it be G-force or the thrill of actually knowing that you can hurt yourself. And I think the worst thing that can happen when you're sat at home is running out of cup. And these boys are definitely not doing that. We had a little pre-chat beforehand, and everyone's got their drinks and they're all comfortable at home. So that's really good.
Flying in the game chat.
Absolutely loads. Yeah, you definitely want to peek into when we want to hear the conversations flowing. They're quite funny lads.
Just trying to find the right people. There's Kev on the line.
But we're going to be doing some drift games very soon. We're going to be doing some big entries, tandem runs. See what these guys can do in the gaming world. See if they can actually throw it in backwards, because I know a lot of these guys can in real life. So it's going to be interesting to show the commitment and how aggressive they can be, knowing that they can't cause harm to themselves in that kind of situation. But I'm really looking forward to today. It's going to be a lot of fun filled with it. And I'm looking forward to you guys obviously answering your questions that you're going to be giving me and us later on. And I'm going to sit down and chat with you and Baton for a very short period of time, just to let them talk to you guys and see who you guys get to meet them. But we've got a lot of cool, interesting stuff happening this year, so definitely stay tuned for that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun year while we're not able to be out. I don't know what everyone else's opinion is, but I'm not sure if we're going to get much of a season out in sort of real world drifting, I suppose. With everything going on, with social distancing and that, it just doesn't really make sense for teams to be travelling across countries, across continents, trying to do competition when there's so many issues out there around that. At the moment, it's definitely proven to be a great way to spend your time on Assetto Corsa, doing this kind of thing, keeping the social aspect to it. It's been really good fun for me the last couple of weeks, keeping the kind of banter going with all the guys that I know from drifting that I would see weekend to weekend, and then we're kind of on here banging doors, getting a drive with them, which I would never get to do in real life anyway. So that's a little bit of a plus for me on that side. But I would much rather be on the track if we could. But hopefully we can get some of these guys into the Drift Wars competition later in the year. See how they fare against some of the best esports drivers we can find out there.
Now, was Rob just then leaking some information? You would never know. So we, obviously, like I said, we want to start doing some. This year, we want to bring out the more competition side of people and see pro drivers from FT and BDC compete against actual esports drivers that are they're very highly skilled drivers themselves, even on esports level. And I've always my natural assumption is if you can drive in a set of course, it wouldn't take you long to pick it up in real life. I think we've got a few friends that actually did it, didn't we, Rob? There was one guy that literally just he went from.
If you just look at the kind of well-known guys, you've got Alan Hines. He's been doing it for a long time on the sim rig, and then had the opportunity to kind of go and make himself I guess what you'd call these days a pro driver. He's with Pro Drift Academy, competing in most recently out in Oman. So he had the opportunity to do that. You've got drivers like Connor Shanahan who spend a lot of time in the sim. It is a very good asset to have while you can't be out at the track every weekend.
For sure. Right, so we're now going to try and get a bit of drift games going on. Want to see some of these big boy entries, some of these good drivers, and we can go from there. And we can be obviously judging them, give them a good rating on them. Don't forget to obviously in the comments, guys, tell me what you guys think about the driving, and hit the old page with a like if you haven't already done so.
Yeah, there's certainly some good driving from people so far. I'm not sure who we're actually watching at the moment. I've just been clicking through trying to find whoever's on the line, but there's a decent lead and chase there. Who's that? Let's find who's on the line. I think we've got Alex. Alex and Callum Craddy, so you got a current Drift Cup driver being chased down by an ex-BDC driver. A lot of proximity there. Callum being very aggressive as always. Yeah, if you guys want to be involved with these events, join in the Discord. If you check out the Drift Wars website and join the Discord on there, we'll post all the event details on there for everybody to join in. We'll be hosting more, posting a lot more details about that in the coming weeks, and there'll be a lot more about it later on this stream. What have we got on the line? I was hoping Max Cotton was going to be on the line, but
Right, I think that they're all lining up right now, Rob. Ready to go.
okay.
And they should be setting off any second now to start doing some crazy runs.
Trying to keep up with spectating them all is going to be the tricky bit.
Yes, yeah, but they should be running a. I think they're doing like a line system 1 by 1. Watching that first big boy entry.
That was a big spin.
Yeah, he couldn't hold that big boy angle, but he tried it. He did throw it.
Oh, nice entry from Lewis. They managed to make both clips on there, clip 1 and 2. Big 90-degree entry. Who have we got next? So many drivers in here at the minute, trying to find them all in order. There is Kev.
I think Kev's going now. Yeah, Kev is going now. He's throwing it in. Oh, he's coming a bit shallow. Is he coming a bit tight, isn't he?
Yeah, he hasn't made that very well.
Yeah, has not made that at all. But good effort, good effort.
Max Cotton, 15-year-old drifter. Regular competitor in Drift Cup, aiming to get into BDC as soon as he can. And
He's
a new
throwing some nice
car
lines.
being built for him at the moment. Who's up next? Was that Alex leaving the line? It
Got,
was.
yeah, Dory, here we go. Little adjustment there, so that little bit of adjustment as he goes into the very first bend.
Not bad though for a big car.
Nope, not bad at all. He's taking the old.
Craig does not do drift. His YouTube channel lies. Who have we got on? Tristan leaving the line in the Team Resilience racing car.
Oh, he's going to go into the wall. Yeah, we all saw it coming. Came in too hard. At least he was committed to it. I can just imagine the conversations in the chat now.
Oh yeah, they'll be mocking each other quite a lot.
Oh yes.
Where have we got next one?
We've got the S13 at Silcock.
Ah, I just missed him.
Yeah, he's really gone in. He's committed. He's grown a great deep angle on it as well. A good line altogether. For sure. So far, I'm liking Silcock's run. He's definitely throwing some bigger runs there. Nice line. Could have been a bit deeper. Could have been a bit more deeper.
Good big entry, just missing all the clips. We've got Lewis up there next. Spotted him as he's coming back. It's another big car for him to throw in this with the C33 Laurel.
It's a good car though, and all around it's a very fun car to drive. Oh, he's going a bit too deep. Nice big entry though.
I think I spotted Callum up next. He was actually asking if he could run in from the pits because he wanted to do 100 mile an hour under the start gate.
Yes, when they were lining up.
Yeah, he wanted really big entries.
Yeah, no, when lining up, I had to please come forward again because he was trying to get more car park. He wanted the lot.
I think that's Max again on the line. Oh, I
Big
thought I was gonna
entry.
see a 360 there for a second.
No, yeah, I did. Yeah, he's
Stood
got
back
a big
again.
entry. Great, and he held it out the whole way. That's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic run.
Kev here next.
Ooh. I think his car just bit up in the front and pulled him in too much.
Can't fault him though. For 14 days, I think it is. It's been
No,
on the
yeah.
course now. Who's up next? I'm trying to spot the next one on the line as they're pulling off. I think
I think
it's Alex.
it's Alex again. Yes. Almost a backy. Almost a backy. Throwing that big boat in. Holding that nice line, riding that wall cleanly as well. That's a fantastic run. Who we got next?
I don't remember who's in that car.
It boosted, yes. Threw it deep. I believe the next person was Tristan. Yes.
How many more attempts are you giving him?
2 more attempts. I'm going to see what they go. Obviously, they're trying to get the nerves off. And I've always said on the very first run, your nerves are too high. But we should be going into after one or two more runs.
Oh, yeah. Competitor.
Let's see what you can do. Throw that big deep angle straight away. Run that line going up to the con.
That is a nice
holding
line.
it line, running the wall to the outside zone and then finishing it off. That was a very sick run. Very clean, and you can just see that they both transitioned from the real world to the gaming. You can see driving styles very similar.
Yeah, I mean he drives a PS in real life as well, so.
Yeah, he's definitely all over him.
I wonder
Oh,
how
great.
close. Oh, Ash just hitting the wall.
Poor Ash, he's doing a little giggle to himself though.
Trying to spot the line again. I think it's Lewis next. Yep.
Are we trying to do a 360?
I think he might have flicked it the wrong way for it to work.
I
but a good
honestly needs a little bit more of a run up.
I drive with Lewis a lot in the servers, and I think that might be his first attempt at a 360. So
good for him. Good for him. Right, we're going to get the guy. get ready now for the actual for us to actually judge them. So let's get the boys all ready for that.
Craig does drift. He swapped cars on me and made it just that bit more confusing. Not a bad run there, choosing to go out to all three walls and just hitting the third one a little bit too much. Next on the line, they're slowly pushing that start line back. It's like Dale Bradley's on the line, giving them all the extra space. If you're watching Dale, I know you were earlier, hello. And hello to everybody else that's joined on the stream. If you got any questions for us guys, you know, we've got some interviews and things coming up for you in a bit. Drop any questions in the comments. You know, we're going to have a good couple of interviews for you that I'm sure the guys would love to hear from you.
Right, now the guys should be lined up and almost ready to go. Here we go, first driver up.
Max doing a big flick as soon as he comes through the starting.
360? Does he hold it? He does, but is he gonna? He's just gonna drag it out too. Fantastic run.
That's setting the bar pretty high for a
That
first
is.
run.
That if you're playing the game of horse, he's just made everyone have to wait it out pretty much. All right, Alex next. Is he gonna hit it? Yeah, I could see that one happening. Such a shame.
Boosted is in the Baton ready 360 car. Nice 90-degree entry. A little bit left for braking, but running a really good line there.
Yeah.
Just playing it safe, but nice. Who was next on the line? That is Kev Bennett.
He's running. It's such a shame he's coming, but like we said earlier, he's still warming up to the differences, isn't he?
Who's next on the line? Ollie Silcock. Let's ride on board with Ollie for this one. See what he can manage. Last run was a really nice, clean line from him. So.
Nice clean line there to the outside wall.
Yeah, very good line.
So you can see the difference between that run there and the one before. The last driver, he ran a very safe run. It's just a very clean run, but he had a lot more angle going throughout the whole thing. Is he going for a 360? No, he...
Just the biggest backy possible.
Yeah. But good attempt, good attempt.
It hit none of the clips, but got all of the track used.
Yeah.
Where is Lewis? Again with trying a 360. Still
trying to drag back out to
clip 2
yeah.
and 3. And then we've got Craig does drift. Choosing to try and tag all 3 of the walls. There's commitment.
Yeah, it is.
I think he did manage to hit all 3 of them. I didn't see who was next on the line.
Can't them. He's got his tyres warmed as he's running in. He's going for the 360. He knows the bar was set high. He's gonna, and he does hold it. Just skims the outside zone on the last clip. Another great run.
Here's the last person, Ash.
Last but not least, our boy Ash. Into the wall. Right, well, I think I've got my person. There's quite a clear-cut winner for myself.
I think I can't remember who was first, but I think whoever went first set the bar that high. I didn't see a better run, to be honest.
No, it was. Is that Adam? His name?
I can't remember the order we ran in.
Purple S15.
Max Cotton.
Yeah, Max Cotton. He definitely and he knows that he's in a little burn that right down the car park around the ball. He's in. I'll put the run down. All the boys are following in. That's great. That's great stuff. No, Max for sure on my eyes. He came in straight off the rip, 360 outside zones. See you later, boys. Keep up.
Yeah, let's get them back on track for some more runs.
Let's do that.
guys watching are enjoying your Saturday wherever you are, evening if you're in the UK, I guess afternoon stateside. Let's jump back to Ollie Silcock. We're just letting the guys have a bit of free play at the same time while we're running the stream and interviewing a few guys. So at different times you'll see them running pairs, trains, whatever they choose to really. These guys drift with each other fairly often in the game, so they will know how each other drive. As you see there, Callum pushing Alex around the track. And Max going for the overtake as well. Dropping back into the middle of the three there.
I am here. Right, so I've just had a little update from the boys. They're just doing some more runs now. We're going to be getting in soon. Our partners over at the Human Baton. They're going to be coming in and having a little chat, so you can meet that team and see how they're doing. You got any questions you want to ask us, we can answer them afterwards. But they're going to just introduce themselves to you guys. And then after that, I think we might do some team tandem kind of like runs, should we not? See how these boys would pair up tandem battles. Well, not tandem battles, but tandem runs together.
Yeah, did you want to do that on here or on Orlando?
We could do that on Orlando. I think that'd be the best one. But let's get our partners over Baton in, and they can introduce themselves.
Guys are pushing each other around here. It's a really tight technical track on Rockingham, but it's one that's really good fun for both leading and chasing.
Right, so they are ready to be interviewed and spoke to. Are you ready, Rob?
Yeah, sure.
Perfect, here they come. Steve from the Human Baton and Greg from Drift Illustrated. Can you hear me, guys? Oh, I know why, yep. They can't hear us. Yeah, you should be able to hear us now. Can you hear us? I'm just going to give...
Looks like we've got a little bit of technical issue here. Just bear with us a moment while we correct that.
Everybody?
Yep.
There you go, guys.
Okay.
How about
Good
me?
now.
Alright, so this is Steve from the Human Baton and Greg from Drift Illustrated, guys. Introduce yourselves.
Hey, how you doing? This is Steve. How's it going, guys?
Very well, thank you, very well. So, Steve from the Human Baton, he runs the Human Baton and he's a partner to Driftwood. So Steve, do you want to tell people about the Human Baton and what you guys do?
Sure enough. Well, I'm happy to do that. Greg, are you on with me, buddy?
Yeah, I'm here. What's up, guys? This is Greg from Drift Illustrated. Thanks for having me. This event looks amazing, by the way, so excited to see you guys
Looking pretty
drive.
fantastic.
Yeah, Steve, go ahead, man.
Yeah, I was going to say we appreciate the opportunity to help support what we're doing here with Drift Wars today, and bring the community together, have a little bit of fun. And we at the team at the Human Baton from everywhere from France to the UK and Sweden, we're all listening in and we're playing along. This is a lot of fun to watch.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's a bit different, isn't it? Watching it, having obviously like a gaming a platform, and seeing people drivers and pro drivers actually drifting with them with each other, and it's quite a different concept. But as people have seen over the years, it's a concept that's been growing massively, and with the current situation with everyone's been obviously self-isolating. Pro drivers are all jumping on the gaming platform, and that's obviously for our industry it's fantastic.
It's a whole different world, isn't it, out there? I mean, Greg and I were talking before you pulled us on here in the room, and it was interesting how we came to know each other and to find you, Henry, and be able to support what's happening here on screen. This whole esports community is a really unique place for us to be. Greg was asking me a moment ago how we came up with the idea of Human Baton and how we came to support you guys. And I was just telling him that me and my partners, Phil, shout out to you, Phil, and Brett and Chris and the other guys listening around the world, that we were literally building the American Ninja Warrior model that I'm sure you've all heard, and we just wanted to do something fun. So we thought, hey, I got an idea. Let's pull a bunch of different drivers together from different race disciplines and create something that we could also play on. And that was the launching of this thing. And here we find ourselves now rubbing elbows with esports, and it's pretty exciting that we can, kind of share some of what we're doing with your community and go forward with our launch vision. What do you say, Greg? What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, man, I knew right away when the Human Baton came in and started mingling with the community that you guys wanted to get the nostalgia right and meet the drivers and meet the community and really be a big part of drifting in general. So joining the esports side of it was just a perfect marriage for what you guys are trying to do, and all the Formula D drivers that are coming to play with us. It's just really exciting. And with the whole quarantine thing, it's just like, what are we going to do, man? Let's all get together and play.
Yeah. The interesting thing about how we are rubbing elbows, like I said, with esports is the question you asked me earlier about like why we're so supportive of the drift community goes back to the roots of the race itself, our big Human Baton race, where drift is only one of the many disciplines that are in it, alongside rally raid and endurance horsing and Thundercat powerboats. But the drift community specifically has such a unique take on how they operate, and they're such a close community around the world that we thought, hey, let's jump into the community, let's learn who these guys are, who the drivers are, what they do amongst themselves in terms of how they support each other, and then let's also bring them into our cadre, so to speak, and create a few new rules and guidelines for what we're doing, and pull the whole drift community in and give them something else to see in addition to what they're already doing, so we can help expand in the drift world and also give them a wider audience wherever we go, because our race is an international race as well. And it's gotten pretty exciting. And Greg, we appreciate the idea of how you've stepped forward and promoted us through your e-zine, as well as Drift Illustrated. And these partnerships, I think, are going to go a long way once we get our product launch in the next few months.
Yeah, we're excited about the whole thing. We're excited to be part of it. With the whole Drift Wars championship thing coming up, that's just so exciting for the whole community. And I mean, didn't you say something, Steve, that you guys are going to be doing some sort of prizes for this championship?
Yeah, so there was a couple of things we've been talking about. So we're really excited to be supporting Drift Wars and everything Drift and this whole spring break event. And, everybody watching understands that this was an invitational, but this is actually a lead into something much bigger that we've been talking about doing with Drift Wars. And we're very excited about the championship series, where we can actually promote drift in the real world, where we do our races, and to have, the Drift World guys, the Drift Wars guys, be a part of something much larger in their championship, tie back to their old roots, where they had a huge following and are going to build a new one in this championship. And the Human Baton is really excited to be able to support that through we've been talking about some cash compensation for the long term on the championship itself, and a couple of other things that are going to help really boost the audience and get the drivers excited. And yeah, I'll let Henry talk a little bit about that as he gets further into the program. But that's something we're fully supported. And with that said, we'd like to actually give some prizes away today. The Human Baton, working with Everything Drift and Drift Illustrated and Drift Wars, has a little bit of a thing we'd like to do on Instagram, and that is, if the viewers will go to Instagram and follow the Human Baton, post a shout out to 3 of your friends on our last post. We'd like to also ask you, take a photo or a video of yourselves in your sim rig or your controller, just playing. Upload that photo or video and tag the Human Baton, and we're going to give away some swag. We're going to choose some of the awesome posts, and comment as you like, but we're going to give away some swag to you guys. So that's for joining us today, and we're very excited that you guys have followed us. What do you say, Greg?
Yeah, so you said tag the Human Baton, and then you want them to send a photo of themselves on a rig, right?
Absolutely. Tag that, send it up there so you can collect some swag from us, you guys.
Nice. And if you guys do that, every time you tag the Human Baton, I'll repost that on the Drift Illustrated page, so all the Drift Illustrated fans get to see you guys on your rigs and kind of the fun that we had here today. So tag
Cool.
the Human Baton, get your picture of yourself on the sim rig, get some free swag.
Nice.
And that way you get to learn more information as we go on through the next couple of months here before we get this whole championship thing rolling.
Excellent. And I just want to send a shout out to Ethan in Chamonix, France, and let him know that he's also eligible to compete in this swag contest.
Shout out, Ethan.
Yeah, there we have
Thanks,
it.
guys.
No, thank you, boys. We'll definitely give you a call later on. So thanks for
Excellent.
popping by and say hello to the
We'll be
stream.
watching, everybody.
All right. Enjoying the day, man. Thanks again, guys.
Bye bye. Right, you heard it there. That's from the Human Baton and from Drift Illustrated. Two guys, Greg and Steve, great people. Just want to remind you guys. So if you are looking to get involved into that competition on Instagram, it's just as simple as tag 3 friends. Go follow first the Human Baton on Instagram. Tag 3 friends in a photo, and a photo of you in your sim rig, or even a video of you playing in your sim rig, whatever it may be, and get yourself some free swag. There's a little competition there for you guys from the people that are watching in the stream. Go get some free clothes. Can't go wrong with that, can you, Rob?
No, you can't. Definitely not. Everyone likes free stuff, right?
Absolutely. Definitely with this COVID-19, and as there's no clothes shops open right now, you wouldn't mind getting some fresh swag.
Can we win them all?
I put a good word in. Right, I put a word in. But no,
I
it
took
was
a quick opportunity there to have a drive, bang some doors with these guys.
absolutely.
It's been a lot of fun.
No, it's good. But what we're going to do now is we're going to be changing tracks. Steve and Greg I did drop a little bit of information there that we were talking more about later on, the championship season, and is that coming to Drift Wars again? Are we doing that? From guessing, if you put 2 and 2 together, I reckon we've got the answer there. But we'll be talking about all that on the next part. So we're going to be changing tracks. We're going to put a little intermission on, and we'll be right back.
Hi guys, welcome back. I just changed over to DCGP Orlando track. So the guys have a much faster track this time. High speed fourth gear banking if they get it right. Maybe even tagging the wall for some of the better drivers here. And then a quick transition through the middle and then hugging this yellow line as Lewis is doing pretty well there. Oh, just coming away a little bit. But you get the idea of the track. If you get it right, it's right on the edge of that yellow line and right on the edge of the wall on the first corner.
It's a very quick track as well. Like you can get some absolute speed on it as well. That's
it's a lot of fun to drive.
Yeah, it's.
I'd love to even have a passenger lap round here in an FD car would be incredible. The speeds that they go. If who do I know? You know, if Vaughan wants to give me a lap round here, I wouldn't say no. Or any driver.
Anyone with a car that's gonna go quick enough round.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't say no to it, would you at all?
No, not at all, not at all.
1,000 horsepower and super grippy rear tyres, that would be an experience. Oh, Ollie's watching a stream as well as driving.
Right, so the boys, what they should be doing right now, they're just doing some more runs, getting themselves broken into the track. We'll be going into another drift game version of just team tandems, or some tandem runs, picking who we feel are the very cleanest. And what we're looking for when it comes to tandeming is it's very similar to competition tandeming, was proximity, speed, angle, and that's what we're judging and watching these guys do.
Watching, I've lost track of who's in which cars now they've changed. Who am I on board with?
But I'll tell you what, this has got to be one of my personal favourite tracks. I just love the running that bank, that big wall. To me, it's just, I don't know, whenever whenever myself and I'm playing it, if I'm playing on any track, you most likely catch me on this track because I just love the high speed consistency of this wall. But it's very daunting actually when you come into it because you don't really to gauge throwing on this big bank, on that wall is you've got to be really committed. And it comes so quick. It's such a shallow bend, isn't it? Before as you come into it, and then it opens right up, and it's a really weird beginning to this track. But an experienced driver will pick it up very easily. It just takes that first commitment to get behind it.
Yeah, it's all or nothing on the first corner. The slightest mistake and you're in the wall.
Yeah, because you're there so quick. And then once you've gone past that, it's just foot down, holding the wheel in the right place. There's minor adjustments as you're coming off the bank and then down onto the transition. And that transition's quick, and it's a hard flick with a lot of fun. But to me, this is a great track to represent when it comes to tandeming. It's really a good track to work on. But no, I want to go over some stuff earlier on that we discussed the championship season, Drift Wars championship season. Are we bringing one back? Are we bringing out a whole new championship? We are. Answer to that is yes. This year we will be bringing out Drift Wars, the championship season, and that will go over 6 months, 6 rounds. You will have obviously like we did back in the day when we have we had mine's gone blank. We had. Mine's gone absolutely blank what I've called it. Qualifying. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word qualifying for some reason.
I was thinking what you said.
I was like, I couldn't think of the word qualifying. I was going to call it judging runs for some reason. But yes, we did qualifying first, and then obviously go into the competition itself. Top 32 drivers going out to compete. All the rules and regulations that we're bringing out will be coming out very soon, and how you would get involved in that will be coming out later in the months coming. But yes, no, the Human Baton, they're completely and utterly backing us when it comes to doing that. Like you said, there's going to be some cash prizes at the end of it, and so maybe some prizes going out throughout each round for sure. So there's going to be a big chance, obviously, to test yourself, to prove yourself. If you're a driver yourself and you want to get involved in it, it's very similar to when it was, don't be scared about it. Go and get involved in it. There's going to be people from a pro background, from either FD to BDC, and people there from the esporting world. So you might come over from Forza to Assetto Corsa, or you might be an Assetto Corsa driver. It's going to be something for everyone. And we might be we'll be hosting other events throughout the season as well. So you might see not just Spring Break, but Winter Jam coming out, and so on and so forth. So there's going to be a lot of stuff there for everyone to get involved in. And me personally, I'm so happy to be able to do this again because, for me myself, this has always been a true goal of mine to have something at this level of competition. And the Human Baton is definitely igniting this whole situation, making it go even harder. They've got a great group of guys over there behind that company. It's what they're doing and how their mindsets are is out of the box. It's crazy. It's such an interesting concept of sport they're doing with the extreme, coming in from different walks of life when it comes to the extreme sports itself. You've got you got motorboat racing, the speedboats going from that into a drift car, then into a dirt rally car. It's just a crazy concept. It's a relay race across the world, and for them to be seeing the gaming world of they've loved it and they want to get involved in it, and they really want to power us and just push it forward. So it's very interesting stuff. And we're looking forward to working together to bring out this championship season for everyone at a high level of driving skill level.
It's great to have a partner on board of that level that enables you to push it to where you want to be able to take it for the drivers and give the best event for them, be able to offer them something in return for the time and effort, because it's not easy to win one of these competitions. There's so many good drivers in virtual drifting these days on pretty much every platform. My own personal experience competing, we've got sort of 60-70 drivers on a championship that I'm doing at the minute, and we're always looking for other places to compete. And it's the best way to improve your own driving is when you're leading and chasing somebody who you consider better than yourself.
Yeah, it's very daunting, but it's also it's great because, like we all said, it's come from your own. It's the comfort of your own home. Like you can wake up and get onto the your PC rig and start playing whenever. But there is a lot of hard work goes behind it. If you're part of a team that you'll be sitting here practicing on a track. You have the track you've got to be training for maybe 2-3 weeks prior to the qualifying day. You come to that qualifying day, and that the nervous feels you get, that kind of the excitement you get coming through your body. It doesn't matter how old you are or who you are, you will become nervous, and it's because you're trying your hardest to do it, and that's great. That's a great nervous feeling. It's not a scary feeling. It's very exciting, and then proving to yourself, always hard work pays off. So it's gonna be good seeing these people come back around and start competing again properly within the drift wars, and I'm looking forward to seeing the community and getting the community involved in my other stuff that we're doing with Human Baton and everything drift, and it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Just watching some of the runs here, there's some guys getting some really good runs.
Yeah, they are. I've just seen some of the guys drop off the bank. In the event drift S13, it was crazy soon. But we're going to get them, I think, lined up now to get some extra runs going together, some tandems, see if they can hang the doors, probably some 2-man tandems, even 3-man tandems on the bank and on the track.
Yeah, if
so
you
just
want to go get them paired up.
I will now.
So we're going to run the competition a little bit different. Instead of it being one driver versus another, we didn't think that was really the fairest way to run this, and not the most fun way to run it. We're doing it a little bit different, so they're selecting their pairs however they choose to, and we're asking them to run the best single run as a pair. So we're expecting them to run a perfect qualifying line right around the top of that bank, really snappy transition and down through the clipping points in the middle here, and then back wheel hanging out on that yellow line all the way around the outside the last corner. But we want to see the chase driver matching the lead driver as best as possible. As a team, they should be working together, and we're going to pick a winner based on that. So, will Max Cotton pair up with somebody that can match him, and can he win a second competition on the same live stream? But we've got who have we got up first? Ash and I don't know who I'm spectating with. A good entry. Up on the wall. I've got a feeling just from watching the drive-in, this is possibly Tristan.
When partnering up, it was like watching that back in the high school, grabbing your best friend straight away. It was very funny. It was very funny. So no, you come to me. I want to just drift with you, and then it's very fun. And great runs just then. Great runs. Next we've got Alex and I believe maybe
Alex
Louis.
and Tristan are next, so that must have been boosted on the line before.
I think that was boosted. So we've got Alex now. There we go. They just set off. Alex in the lead.
I mean, strategy here. They've put the bigger car in front, so
Yeah, can't not look good.
Tristan's got more cars aimed for the door of.
He's holding that back wall nicely. It's a very good angle. Coming into the transition. He's back on him again. He's just pulling off a little bit. They need to kind of get back onto him a bit more.
Just both dropping a few wheels on the outside there.
Yep.
Who have we got next on the line? Ollie Silcock, it looks like, and Callum Craddy.
Silcock in the chase. Now he was running some great runs on the last track, so it's going to be interesting to see how he runs now. Nice proximity. He could be pushed up a bit more, but I think he's just waiting on the lead drive to see where he's going to be going. Good transition. Oh, he's going a bit more deeper though.
I thought he was going to hit the line apart car for a second.
So did I.
That's a hazard you don't normally get on a racetrack.
No, not at all. So who have we got next? Oh, they just left, I think.
Lewis is leading. I didn't see who was in the chase, but we're with Lewis. Oh, Max Cotton's in the chase. That should be a good pairing. But both young lads here.
Both aggressive drivers as well. They've got very aggressive driving styles. You can see Max right now pushing right up on him.
Yeah, Lewis won't mind that.
Not at all.
We joke amongst the team because Lewis is usually the one making contact when he's chasing. Leaving the line was Kev Bennett.
And great outside line there, really holding that wall, but he's coming back a bit more early than it should have done.
Kev spinning out there.
It's Greg. So the
that was Craig.
Craig, yeah,
beating
Craig.
Kev Bennett. And then we've got boosted chasing. I think it's Ash in the 15.
Great outside run again. You know, a lot of tyre smoke because that's one of the biggest things chasing. You still get that effect, obviously, of chasing another driver in front of you. The smoke that's kicking up, and if you're in, driving through the cockpit view, or even if you've got your Oculus on, that you've got the you're using your VR headset, it's crazy to see all the smoke just flying at you. It really gives you that sense of feel with that, plus all the sounds.
Didn't see who just left the line. It's Tristan. In a fairly mid-line through there.
And Alex on the chase.
Over with Alex chasing
Yeah.
this time. I wonder if that was strategy around the line.
Oh, he's gone far out, but doesn't care. He's following him. Great ending though to the run, nice and close proximity wise. I like how he did follow him off, even though he dropped. He went out with him. He was like, you know what, you're my part coming out there with you. So it's really good.
Looks like most of the guys are trying to swap around, work out who's better to lead and who's better chase.
That's the beauty of it, because obviously the beauty of this is the fact that they have the time on the track now. They can just spend hours and hours and hours on this track, working on their cars, and not having to worry about pricing off if they broke something, or breaking the tyres or anything like that. Hit the reset and go back out again.
So Lewis is chasing Max now. I love the look of the downside drifters 15.
Yeah, it's a very pretty car. Very pretty. Oh, bit of contact there. No, but not a lot, just a little tap. So I'm here. Really close proximity-wise runs. It's really nice to see this now. I think this is a much better kind of match up on it.
Yeah, so far they seem to be the closest.
Yeah.
Who left just then?
Craig again, and I don't know if you've got Craig in the chase for sure.
It's Craig and Kev, yeah.
But most of these cars, I'm pretty sure, because you've actually helped set most of these cars, they're all very similar power band, aren't they?
Yes. Yeah, the cars pretty much have the same grip amongst all the different cars, no matter what body shell you see, and very similar power. They weren't made to be identical, but they were made so that it didn't really matter which car you kind of picked to drive. They were always good fun. Produced some great trains amongst friends. We've used them now for the best part of a year, and had a great laugh with them. Looks like Ash is going to be completing the run on his own.
The solo run's always good. Quick little solo run.
His teammate very quickly went up in the wall. So who was leaving the line then? Alex. And Tristan chasing again. So they've worked out this is the better way round for the pairing.
Yeah. Ooh. It looks like he's looking for. Oh, Alex is looking for that wall then.
Tagging the wall in his big chaser.
Yep.
He should be used to it. He drives a Mark II in real life. Definitely a lover of those big JZX platforms. Where have we got next?
We've got
Ollie
Silcock in the
Silcock.
chase. Yeah. And you were saying that he drives a 13, doesn't he, in real life as well?
He does in the British Drift Championship, yeah. Has done for quite a few years now.
So he's very used to this car. It'd be great to see if he feels this car is very similar feeling to the real life car, if it doesn't change much for him. But that'd be a good question to ask.
Yeah, I know Callum Craddy when he first drove the cars 3 weeks ago now while we were doing another event. He felt that the front end of the 13 that he's driving, he enjoyed the way that he could throw the car around.
Oh, big entry then by both two drivers.
That was commitment for
That
them
was,
both.
I couldn't, yeah, that was very committed.
Shame they couldn't quite pull it off, but
No, he
very
came
good entry. He's back on
He-
his door now, though. I mean,
Yeah,
there's
he's picking
four to
back
pick
up.
from.
Alex
on
came
that
in
car.
hard. He came in hard on that chase. Was it Alex or Max? I think it might be actually.
Max Cotton on
Max Cotton. Yeah, he came in. He's young, right? If I remember rightly.
Yeah, he's 15.
15.
And
He's-
only just
he-
turned 15.
And he's going into, I think he's going into actual competitive season.
He completed his first year in Drift Cup last year.
Yep.
He's having a complete new build for him this year. We'll have more content on that soon. We're following Max this year as he competes and working with him. He has a great YouTube channel and vlogs everything that he does.
So
it's worth
you got to
checking
think,
out.
for a 15-year-old boy getting into the world of drifting himself, he's obviously loving it. But he's also in this current time, he's now having the chance to sit here and actually compete, while he's not being able to compete in real life. So he's never, it's not dropping the ball for him. He's still having the wheel motion. He's still getting practicing. It's great. It's great to have the opportunity to carry on practicing, even though that in this current situation that we can't go out of our houses, he can still compete. So it's really, really cool.
I thought we were going to have another contender there for the top run. Their first half of that run was pretty good. Who left the line? I don't think anybody did yet. I think Alex is just leaving now with Tristan. How many more runs are you giving them? Are you giving them their last runs, or?
This is their last. Yeah, this is their last run. About to jump in. They're going to be doing their.
Halfway through their last runs.
Yeah, and then once they've figured out who's going to be best at leading, chasing, they can then do their little runs, and we can have a judge. Now, Max won the last one, if I remember right. He won the last Silver Champion.
And so far in practice, I'd say he's probably had the best pair of runs.
Yep, I think he's got some cheats. He must be using cheats. He's too good. So I'll get in there and I'll give a little chat with the boys, make sure they're ready to do their actual one and only runs. And if you guys don't forget, leave a comment in the video if you like someone's runs. Definitely let us know. Right, give me 2 seconds. I'm going to talk to the drivers.
Callum Craddy and Ollie Silcock here are doing a decent set of runs. Callum just sacrificing the line there a little bit to keep on Ollie's door, but nice run either way. Who just left? That was Max. Again with Lewis. Big entry right up on that wall. And that's the right line that you want to see. I don't know what setup Max runs these days. I know Lewis doesn't even have a hydro at the minute, so you won't see him locking the rear brakes very often, because that's set up on a button for him. His hydro is still in the post. The downside of having to set your rig up last minute when you get locked down and not allowed out anymore. So I think we're going to have, yeah, it looks like we're going to have Kev being chased by Craig Does Drift for the first run. We've just given him one complete run each.
Yeah, one complete run each, and they've got to park up.
Okay.
It was like flipping coins in there. They're trying to pick out who's going to be driving, who's going to be leading. He's bringing it in quite shallow at the start, not really going out to the outside wall that much. It would be nice to see him go a bit more further out.
Kev didn't have a bad entry in the lead. Craig just didn't keep with him.
No, yeah.
And that's a shame, because in practice earlier it was the other way round. Craig was doing alright and Kev was struggling with the line. So who have we got on the line next? That is Ash. Okay.
So it's what I'm watching from the chase car view. Nice entry from the lead. Chase car's catching up nicely as well, sticking to him and holding to him. It's quite nice. Proximity's there, speed's there, angles there.
Adjustments to keep with him, but
yeah, but he's staying there. Not transition's strong. Oh, is he going to bottom out now? He's throwing too much angle on.
oh,
Yes, he is.
just losing it.
Yeah, just losing it with that transition. The transition was good, but because he threw that angle on too hard and too fast, I don't know if he was trying to like slow himself down. He just bottomed. He just over angled on it.
Where is Ollie Silcock in the list? No.
You got Alex in the lead.
Alex is in the lead.
Yeah.
Nice entry from him again. Tristan just struggling, just with a little bit of a.
Oh, tap on the wall.
Both in the wall.
Yeah, Alex with his big old boat. He tapped the wall and that's made contact between them both. But he carried on. He's like, he doesn't matter. He's like, I don't even feel it. It's too far back in his car. And then next up you've got Silcock in the lead. And I'd have thought he would have been in the chase for anything.
Craddy will be in the chase.
Yeah.
He'll be aggressive in a chase position.
Good outside line.
Nice and
Couldn't be,
smooth
but
angle from both
yeah.
around there.
Couldn't.
Not
Here comes the
bad.
transition. Is he going to be back on that door
onto him.
quick? Yes, he is. He's right there.
Just
Take it to the
sacrificing
outside.
the line again here though to keep
Yes.
But
Yeah.
good so far. Definitely the best run that we've seen out of that.
Most consistent around the whole track. I would give it to that.
It is Max and Lewis next.
Here we go. I want to see Max hit that door. Here comes the aggression. Yep.
See, not as big a flick entry, but a nice safe entry from them both.
It's a very good competition line.
Very smooth, nice and fast. A lot of smoke from them both.
Max
And
getting right up
a
in his
lot
door
of
there.
proximity.
Yeah. So far, I think it's going to be an own team between him and Max and Silcock. You know, those two teams. Both heavy, strong runs. Then.
We've got Craig and Kev running next. Didn't they just do the first run?
No.
Oh no, they were the last practice run, weren't they?
Yeah, last practice run. Yeah. I think they might need some more practice runs though.
Yeah,
So-
they're both drifters that spend a lot of time in real cars and not much in any virtual space, and just recently got into a set of course for them both.
Right, boosted. Just left the track. He's got a big old flick. I can see straight away.
They're all just
Right on
going
that-
nuts now. Now they've
right
finished
on
their
that
runs.
vocal. Yeah.
They're just going to try and run a complete train, sort of.
So who are we thinking then? Because I'm conflicted between Max and Silcock. Those
I think
those
we
two
need
teams.
one more time between them.
Yeah.
Max and Lewis against Craddy and Silcock.
Okay, we need to get that sorted out.
Okay, you go and get them lined up. Just ask everybody to park up somewhere else while we rerun that. They were just such close runs. I mean, there's just no picking really between them. And Max just getting some practice there, look, against his rivals. I guess he'll be finding out now from Henry, from Nezzy about about them going one more time. Who's going to run first? We'll put you on board with them for a run. Hope you guys are all enjoying the stream. It's certainly a nice way to spend a Saturday evening, being social with so many drivers that we know from the track in our server. You know, we'd love to spend some time with you guys in the server, so you know, go and click on the Drift Wars link, join the Discord in there, and join us in some sessions in the future. As Nezzy said, they'll be running the Drift Wars Championship soon. All details will be dropping in there as soon as they're available. But it looks like we have Max and Lewis lining back up at the start line for their one more time run.
So Craddy has actually had some technical issues with his vehicle. It's currently I've given him the 5-minute window to make sure his car's repaired and stuck back on track. So we're going to have to go
Was
for
that
Craddy.
one that was flying through the air?
Yeah. But you can see now the boys are running their very first run.
Max
Great
is getting
books.
even closer this time.
Because he knows what's going on. He knows that he's not taking the L here. He wants that W. And if Craddy, if he does come back in, he's got to compete against him. So this is good. Oh, here we go. A little tap then.
Just
Oh,
hitting his
no,
teammate
no.
off the road.
That's what we want to see. Hey, look, they both completed their run. If Craddy can't get in, he's got his time window. If Craddy can't get in, then it's Max's one. Max and who is it he's running with?
Ollie Silcock.
Ollie Silcock. So if you know they can get in, then they'll be fine. So I'm just gonna jump down, make sure is he able to get back on?
You
Okay.
go check on Callum.
Perfect.
See if he's medically okay after flying through the air. These guys are enjoying a little bit of competition here. I'm sure they'll enjoy it more with a full-on competition later on in the year. It's certainly a great way to interact with you guys on live stream here, but also for these guys to keep in contact with each other and have a bit of fun, really. Yeah, it's
Right,
nice.
he just told me he's doing his wheel nuts up and just dropped the jack. He's loading into game right now, so it won't be too long.
Cool. I can see Ollie's just waiting back from the line there. I mean, if these guys complete a run without hitting each other outside of the track, they've got this.
Yeah, that's what they've got to do. He's done his 5-minute window. He's got back into the tracks. That's all good. We just need to get them to complete the run. So their main thing is complete their run, good proximity, and no contact. That's all they've got to do. So it's not.
I mean, I've known Callum a few years now, though. Like, he doesn't just hang back and take it easy. He's just gonna go for it. So he's likely to do as Callum always does.
And the thing is, if he didn't watch the stream, he might not know that the contact was there. So he might not assume, it was
even if he is watching the stream, I mean, he's not the kind of driver that hangs back just to get an easy win. He's the kind of driver that goes full aggression every time, regardless.
And that's the beautiful thing of drifting. Everyone has their own different driving styles and their own. You drive for yourself, and that's what these guys are going to do today. He's either going to drift because he loves the sport, but here we go, still caught on the lead. Nice clean entry. Right. Oh, he's ready.
I think you have to give that to Max and Lewis. They completed more of the run.
Well, they got through both.
They had an amazing 2/3 of a run.
Absolutely. So yeah, Max for sure. I can't. Well, they completed the run. They still couldn't get around the first bend. So well done, Max.
Let these guys go for some trains. I'm going to try and jump on the back of these for a minute.
Okay, I'll get these boys on the trains. Going for the trains now.
I'll put you guys on first-person view with me, and this is looking like too much fun to not come out here and jump on the back of. Yeah, I'll skip in front of Kev. We'll get Kev on in a minute for an interview. Oh, Tristan pushing me around a little bit straight away. See, if you guys are watching this and want to get involved, it's definitely accessible to do. The community on here is one of the best really in virtual gaming. Everybody's so helpful, willing to give you advice to get your wheels set up best as possible, get any of the latest cars and tracks. The community really makes it what it is. It's a mixture of gamers, real life drifters. It's just something that's so much fun to be involved with. Don't let it hold you back if you're not involved with it. It's incredibly easy to join, and hopefully we'll see a lot of you on here in the future.
Absolutely, and you just we're discussing people from different walks of life. Either you're a pro driver, you work in the industry of being professional drifting, or the gaming side. The whole world. There's so many different personalities that you bump into and meet.
Yeah, that's my favourite thing with the drift scene, whether it's the real life drift scene, I suppose, I don't know what you want to call it, the one that's at the track making a lot of smoke, making a lot of noise, or whether it's the virtual drift scene. Everybody's friendly and just here enjoying it, regardless of what track you're on, what server you're on, what car, everyone's just here for the same thing. Plenty of banter, plenty of great driving.
And even said, we've actually got a guy in the stream that we're going to be the guy actually in one of these in this event that we're going to be bringing onto the stream soon. Ask him some questions because he, if I remember rightly, he's your friend, isn't he, Rob?
He is, yeah. Kev Bennett. You want to go and do you want to go grab him?
Yep, I'm bringing him now.
To this chat, and I'll give a bit of an intro on him to the guys on the stream here. I think most people on the stream won't know of him, but he's been a driver in Drift Cup for a little while now, and due to the current situation, has jumped onto a Assetto Corsa. Yeah, he's just here now, so say hello, Kev.
Hi guys.
How you doing?
Not too bad yourselves?
Yeah, pretty good, thanks.
Pretty good, pretty good. How are you finding the event today, though?
Yeah, good fun. Yeah, good fun with the lads.
Yeah, it's always good to, having the comfort of your own home, just sitting there, just playing, knowing that the cup of tea's around the corners, you can't go wrong.
Definitely.
So, Kev, do you want to tell everyone about yourself and who you are?
Okay, so yeah, my name's Kev Bennett. I live in Ipswich. I'm 32. My day job is working for IT and education. Surprisingly, I have been working with computers half my life, but never really been a PC gamer until recently. The lockdown kind of not to push it upon me, but got talking to Rob obviously through our sponsorship scheme that we have together, and convinced me to spend a few pennies and get involved with this. As far as as far as real life drifting is concerned, I've been drifting for about 5 years now. Started because a group of friends locally started their own circuit. After a couple of years, decided to try out my hand at competitive drifting. Had a few unfortunate times with the car, things that weren't quite right, but finally found a bit of a groove with the V8 and the E30, and had a pretty good season. Just in the middle of building an R33 Skyline at the moment, and once the lockdown is shifted, then we'll be making some tracks hopefully.
So, from real life driving to competitive e-driving, would you say, how do you feel the difference is? Obviously, there's obviously some great differences when it comes to, let's say, the gravity. You haven't got the gravity pull there, and you haven't got the actual. You're not going to crash and die. But do you feel there's a lot of similarities within the two worlds?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this evening we're sitting here having some fun. I'm only about sort of 47 hours into playing this game, and I'm not going to lie, I felt the same amount of nerves sitting on the line tonight as I would have done at a normal competition event. So there's definitely similarities.
It's definitely because myself, I've been doing this for say 12 years, and it's great. Like I've always seen people from the competitive standpoint. They come in, and they've been playing the game or be getting involved in the game for so long, and it's second nature to them. But the moment someone says this is a competition, that's it. They lose it. They don't know what to do, and that's great. It's a great buzz. It's a really nice buzz.
Yes, yes, it is.
And that's the difference between obviously the bad nerves and the good nerves. This is the nerves you actually chase. You want that.
Yes.
You want the next hit. But it's really good to obviously having people like yourself come along to these events. And I know we have other drivers within this event right now that have been competing or are competing. And this whole COVID has completely disabled the country. But the art of gaming we can do is at your home, and that's really cool.
Yeah, keep yourself in the seat and keep some seat time up, which is key.
Yeah, your seat time, track time. Have you driven any tracks recently on this game that have you seen that you actually drive in real life?
We did the virtual Matsuri with Rob and Everything Drift. Was it last weekend before? So that was the first one. Rockingham, not the exact layout, but I've driven Rockingham quite a few times in my life.
Yeah.
So
And you get the same kind of like feel when you play it. You get kind of like, I've been in real life. This is.
Yeah, definitely. Rockingham, is the key because the slant of the circuit is how it was. You go on that first hill, and like at Rockingham, you enter the first corner, and it is downhill. You're off camber. Yeah, there's definitely the similarities between the real tracks and the sim tracks. That's
fantastic, and hopefully I'll get to see you next when we do start our championship season. Hopefully I get to see you competing.
Yeah, brilliant.
Mate, thanks for coming along to that, and thanks for coming along to the event today. It's been really nice to have you, and amongst all the other boys. I've been in the chat a few times, listening to the guys talk, and it's a lot of fun listening to how you guys just bounce off each other and get to know each other.
Yes.
And is there guys here that you know from competing wise?
Yes, from all over, from media guys to driver guys to just people I know from through the car scene. So it's a good mix.
It's really good. Really good.
Same buzz, Kev, that I get when you're driving against somebody that So for me, when I'm in the server drifting with, say, like Matt Denham the other week, or any BDC driver or things like that, it's not that they're this known person. It's this person that has been in drifting for that long, and in this virtual space, I can keep on their door and I'm as good as them.
Yes and no.
That.
I mean, yes, I enjoy it. At the moment, like I said, I'm very new to this. I'm just about getting the hang of it as some of my drive on the show this evening, especially the entry competition.
Yeah, you did fantastic. If anything, you're the best. I wouldn't be that guy, but you were the best. I love watching how short you came up, and
Oh, it was immense. One of those moments where you leave the line and everything that was the plan just went out of the window as soon as I set foot on the gas.
you had so much angle, my friend, that you were straight, and it is. I can believe it. It's great to watch.
Cheers, buddy.
But no, look, we are actually come up to nearly the end of this event today. So we're going to carry on just watching the guys for a bit, doing some more drifting, watching how everyone's doing, and then leave it there. So look, Kevin, it's nice having you on the stream.
Oh, thank you very much.
And we'll jump back into the chat later on after the event. We'll chat.
Speak soon, guys.
Have a good one. Right, so that was Kev, nice guy. Doesn't live actually at 5, I've just realised. He lives in the town over from me. It's kind of crazy how small this world is.
He's right around the corner from you.
Literally 20 minutes away from me. That's crazy. But no, that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of obviously the competitions and what we're doing, and how you know the human baton is very similar to this. How it's about the start of something, and how you got to find out where the start of the love for the sport and where you came from. Like Rob, when you got into drifting, when you found drifting, you find that there's a key moment in your life that was the spark of it, the initial, igniting it, the origin of it, of everything. For me, mine was 12 years ago when I was like, I think I was like 15, 16, when I saw some guy go sideways. That was it. I didn't want to do any racing until I just wanted to go drifting, and that was the origins of my story. And for this, I want this to be the origins of people's competitive side and competing on within drift wars, and having the human baton backing us and being part of what we're doing, because what they're doing is very similar. It's all about it's how it starts from the heart, where it all starts at the beginning, and it's fantastic. It's just a fantastic overall, partnering up and doing this together. So it's a great mix.
Right, I'm going to try and get in and have some laps with these guys. I think. They look
Yeah, so we're
on
gonna.
the line, and it's making me want to jump in and jump on the back of these trains. Really.
Well, yeah.
They're like 10 deep at the minute.
Yeah, we're going to be wrapping this up now for the evening. Rob's going to be carrying on drifting for a bit. But to everyone that's watching, obviously, thank you for coming to watch us and being a part of this event. And like I said, there'll be more news coming soon about the championships. So make sure you're obviously following all us on our Instagrams and Twitters and Facebook pages. Obviously, go and follow the Human Baton on Instagram, Facebook, and make sure you check the website out.
Yeah,
Also,
don't forget their competition. If you want to win some free swag, just head over to their Instagram. And what was it again?
Well, tag 3 friends.
Tag 3 friends on their latest post.
Yeah.
And,
make sure you post the photo you're posting is a photo of yourself in your rig, or even a video of you driving in your rig. Tag 3 friends. Make sure you give them a follow, and being the chance then to win out some free swag. It's pretty simple as that. I will be putting a post on my Instagram after this, and you'll see all the rules and terms of how to follow that competition. And it's good for them just to come out and straight away throw some free swag out to you guys. So so much more great good stuff for you guys throughout the year.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.
Have a peace.
Come on, Baton, come on! It's a fresh street.